Most people pray for a long life, but they fear the very stage they are praying to reach. They fear old age. They think it is weakness. They think it is loss. They think it is the moment life slowly fades away. But the Sufi heart knows something the world forgot. Old age is not the end of the journey. It is the moment the soul finally understands why it was walking all along. Some people grow old and grow bitter. Others grow old and grow wise. The difference is not time. The difference is understanding. Stay with me, because these 6 Sufi lessons will reveal why old age is not a burden, but one of the greatest gifts a human being can ever receive. And before we begin, tell me, from where are you watching this video? And what time is it right now in your city or country? Old age removes the noise of the world. When we are young, life feels like a storm that never stops. Every day brings new desires, new ambitions, endless responsibilities, and 100 voices telling us who we should be, what we should want, and how we should live. The world shouts constantly, and in that chaos, the heart loses its clarity. We chase approval, possessions, fleeting pleasures, and recognition, thinking they will bring us peace. Yet all they do is crowd our souls and leave us exhausted, restless, and hollow inside. But old age, in its quiet and unassuming way, begins to strip away all of this unnecessary noise. It does not do so harshly or with force. It does so gently, with patience and mercy, until the heart finally finds room to breathe. The Sufi masters say that this removal of worldly distraction is one of the greatest blessings hidden in the later years of life. It is as if the world's endless chatter gradually fades, leaving only what truly matters: the inner life, the clarity of the heart, and the opportunity to turn attention to the eternal rather than the temporary. At this stage, you begin to notice how many worries, anxieties, and ambitions that once seemed so critical are, in truth, utterly insignificant. You see the folly of chasing approval from people who may not even care, and the futility of striving for wealth or status that cannot follow you beyond this life. In the silence that grows around you, there is a new kind of freedom, a liberation of the soul that youth rarely allows. The mind begins to slow, the body weakens, but the heart awakens, and with it comes a clarity that the world cannot give. The Sufis teach that those who reach this stage with awareness have the chance to hear the whispers of their own souls, to reflect deeply on the journey they have walked, and to prepare for the journey that lies ahead. In this silence, guidance comes more clearly, insights are easier to grasp, and the heart begins to perceive the truths that were hidden behind the noise of life in earlier years. Old age, then, is not a punishment or a decline, but a divine grace, a rare gift of clarity, reflection, and spiritual insight that few truly recognize until it is too late to use it wisely. The most beautiful part of this lesson is that it comes without demanding anything from you except patience. You do not need to struggle or resist. The world naturally falls away, and what remains is the essence of what you were always meant to see. The distractions fade, and suddenly your soul feels lighter, your mind quieter, and your heart open to the truths that matter eternally. This is why old age is not something to fear, but something to embrace, for it allows the seeker within you to finally listen to the divine whispers that have always been present, waiting for the quiet moment when the soul is ready to hear. Old age teaches the art of letting go. In youth, the soul clings to everything, clinging to ambitions that promise status, to relationships that promise validation, to possessions that promise security, and even to fleeting pleasures that promise happiness. Every moment of life feels urgent, every desire feels essential, and every loss feels unbearable. The mind insists on holding tightly, believing that the measure of life is how much it can keep, how much it can possess, how much it can control. But this attachment, Sufi wisdom reminds us, is the heaviest burden a human heart can carry. It weighs down the soul, clouds the heart, and distances us from the clarity we were created to experience. Old age arrives gently, yet unmistakably, to teach the opposite, that life is not about holding on, but about letting go. Slowly, softly, almost imperceptibly, it loosens the grip of the heart on everything that was once so desperately clutched. It teaches that nothing we possess, nothing we achieve, and nothing we love can remain forever. And the sooner the soul accepts this, the sooner it finds true freedom. The Sufi way describes this as a mercy hidden within time itself, a gift that only those who reach the later stages of life can truly appreciate. It is a divine reminder that release is not loss, detachment is not emptiness, and surrender is not defeat. Rather, they are the keys to opening the heart to what truly matters. There is a profound verse in the Quran that reflects this reality. Do not grieve over what you have lost, nor rejoice over what you have gained, for Allah loves those who rely upon Him. Surah Al-Hadid 57-23. This teaching reminds the seeker that attachment to what is fleeting is a source of pain, while trust in the eternal brings comfort. Old age, with its natural separations, its inevitable losses, and its slowing pace, is a living demonstration of this divine principle. Each parting, each moment of weakness, each thing that slips from the grasp of the hand is an invitation to the heart to release and to trust, to turn attention from the temporary toward what is unchanging. The beauty of this lesson lies not only in the release itself, but in what it prepares within the soul. Letting go teaches humility, patience, and gratitude. It teaches the heart to find contentment not in the permanence of the world, but in the permanence of the divine presence. The Sufis describe this process as the refining of gold. The old attachments are burned away, leaving only the pure essence of the soul, unburdened, free, and luminous. And with every layer of attachment removed, the heart grows lighter, the mind grows clearer, and the spirit awakens to a peace that youth could never understand. The paradox is profound. As the body weakens and the years multiply, the soul grows stronger, the heart grows wiser, and the spirit grows more capable of joy, serenity, and gratitude. Those who embrace this teaching do not mourn the fading of worldly ties. Instead, they see in every loss a subtle guidance, a hidden blessing, and a step closer to the eternal. Old age, in its tender insistence, teaches that to hold too tightly is to suffer, but to release with grace is to live fully, even in the final chapters of life. In this lesson, letting go is not surrender, it is awakening, it is liberation, it is the gift of understanding what truly matters when all else slips away. Old age reveals the illusion of time. From the moment we are born, the world teaches us to chase time as if it were something we could hold, bend, or control. In youth, days stretch endlessly, and years feel infinite. We plan for tomorrow, postpone our dreams, and defer our purpose, believing that there will always be more hours, more strength, more opportunities. Every second seems disposable, every moment replaceable, and every heartbeat taken for granted. But old age arrives as a gentle, yet undeniable teacher, revealing the truth that time is neither endless nor ours to command. With age, the illusion of eternity fades. Moments that once felt trivial suddenly hold profound significance. Hours that were once wasted on trivial disputes, meaningless pursuits, or fleeting pleasures now seem sacred in hindsight. Each day, once taken for granted, becomes a treasure, and each breath, once unnoticed, becomes a reminder of life's fragile beauty. The Sufis describe this awareness as the awakening of the heart to the present, a shift from living in illusions to living in reality. Time is no longer a commodity to be spent carelessly. It is a trust, a gift, and a measure of how deeply we awaken to what truly matters. The Quran reminds us, "By time, indeed, mankind is in loss, except for those who believe and do righteous deeds and encourage one another to truth and patience." Surah Al-Asr 103-1-3. This verse is not merely a warning, but a revelation of the path for those who understand the fleeting nature of life. Old age illuminates this truth, not in theory, but in living experience. You see, with every passing year, the world no longer tempts you with the false promises of permanence. Achievements, wealth, beauty, and fame, things once pursued with fervor, lose their urgency. The mind becomes sharper in recognizing what is fleeting, and the heart begins to focus on what is eternal. This awakening is not sudden, nor is it always easy. The body may slow, memories may fade, and energy may decline, yet the soul begins to stretch and expand in ways that were impossible in youth. Every slowing heartbeat, every ache, every limitation becomes a reminder. Time is precious, life is finite, and awareness is the only true measure of its value. The Sufi way teaches that only those who awaken to this reality can truly experience peace in old age, for they no longer live in illusions, regrets, or fantasies of permanence. They live fully in the moment, with every breath acknowledged, every thought purified, and every feeling illuminated by reflection. In this lesson, old age does not take away, it reveals. It shows what was hidden behind the veil of distraction and impatience. It teaches that true life is not measured by how long we live, but by how deeply we awaken to the truth of each moment. And in this awakening, the heart begins to understand the rhythm of creation, the brevity of worldly concerns, and the unchanging nature of the divine. Time, once a source of anxiety and worry, becomes a friend, a teacher, and a guide, showing the soul how to live with clarity, presence, and purpose, even as the body slows and the years accumulate. Those who learn this lesson find a serenity unknown to youth. They no longer chase shadows or rush through life in fear of missing out. They pause, they reflect, they breathe. They witness the subtle miracles of each moment, the smile of a loved one, the gentle wind on their face, the quiet whisper of their soul, and they recognize that these simple truths, once unnoticed, are the treasures of life. Old age, in revealing the illusion of time, does not diminish the world. It enriches the soul, awakens the heart, and prepares it to embrace the eternal with awareness, gratitude, and humility. Old age softens the heart. There is a unique beauty in old age that the young rarely see and the restless rarely appreciate. As the years accumulate, the body grows weaker, the hair grays, and the skin bears the marks of time. Yet the soul experiences a refinement that cannot be taught in schools, cannot be earned through ambition, and cannot be bought with wealth. Old age, in its quiet and unassuming way, softens the heart. It does not do so with force, nor with instruction. Instead, it brings gentle experiences, layered lessons, and the inevitability of human fragility, all combining to mold the heart into a vessel capable of compassion, understanding, and empathy. In youth, the heart is often hardened by desires and fears, by competition and comparison, by ambitions that demand urgency and achievements that promise recognition. People spend their lives defending themselves, guarding their pride, and building walls to protect against imagined threats. But time has a way of dismantling these defenses, not as punishment, but as mercy. Each loss, each disappointment, each sorrow, no matter how small, becomes a teacher. Each moment of loneliness, each challenge, each fading memory strips away arrogance, softens stubbornness, and invites humility. Slowly, patiently, the heart learns to feel, to understand, and to forgive. The Sufi masters say that a soft heart is closer to truth than a sharp mind, because the mind can analyze, argue, and measure, but only the heart can truly understand the subtleties of human experience. Old age teaches this lesson with clarity. It shows that judgment diminishes understanding, that anger blinds wisdom, and that resentment only hardens the soul unnecessarily. As the body weakens, the heart awakens to the reality of human fragility, recognizing that everyone is fighting unseen battles, carrying unseen pain, and deserving of patience and mercy. This softening is not merely emotional, it is spiritual. It prepares the soul for the ultimate journey beyond the visible world. The Sufis describe it as the refinement of the inner self. Just as gold is purified by fire, so too is the heart purified by the experiences and trials of life, until only the essence of compassion, kindness, and spiritual awareness remains. Old age brings a clarity that youth cannot possess. It reveals that the world's harshness is temporary, that grudges are burdens, and that understanding and empathy are treasures that cannot be stolen or lost. The blessing of this lesson is subtle but profound. Those who have lived long enough to witness the softening of their hearts find that their relationships deepen, not because people change, but because they themselves see others with new eyes. They listen more patiently, forgive more easily, and offer their presence more generously. Even silence becomes a gift, for in the quiet reflection of years, the heart learns to speak without words, to connect without effort, and to comfort without expectation. Old age also teaches that true strength is not in the body, nor in wealth, nor in influence, but in the capacity to carry life's experiences without bitterness, to respond to challenges with serenity, and to offer the soul's wisdom to others without judgment. Those who embrace this lesson live differently. They are less distracted by pride, less burdened by ego, and more attuned to the subtleties of love, mercy, and the beauty that exists even in ordinary moments. In this way, old age is not decline, it is refinement. Not limitation, it is awakening. The softening of the heart transforms life's final chapters into a journey of insight, grace, and spiritual fulfillment, teaching that the measure of a life well lived is not in power or possessions, but in the depth of the heart's understanding and its capacity to love freely, humbly, and wisely. Old age redirects love from creation to the Creator. As the years pass, the heart slowly begins to realize what youth cannot see, that much of the love, desire, and energy we poured into the world was fleeting, temporary, and unable to satisfy the deepest longings of the soul. In youth, we are taught, often unintentionally, to chase after things that glitter, to place our hearts on what cannot last, and to expect permanence from what is inherently transient. Relationships, achievements, recognition, wealth, and even our own bodies, everything we cling to is destined to change, fade, or vanish. Yet the soul, in its quiet persistence, continues to yearn, continues to hope, continues to pour itself into what ultimately cannot sustain it. Old age arrives not to punish this attachment, but to redirect it. It gently teaches that the true object of love, the true source of fulfillment, and the only reality that endures beyond the passage of time is the Creator. The Sufis call this awakening a return, a turning of the heart toward the eternal and away from the illusions that once captivated it. Slowly, the soul begins to withdraw its trust from the temporary, fleeting things of the world and to invest itself in what is infinite, unchanging, and enduring. It is not a sudden shift, nor is it always easy, but it is the most profound gift that the final chapters of life can offer. The beauty of this lesson is that it arrives naturally. The body weakens, and the distractions that once held the heart captive begin to lose their grip. The mind grows quieter, and the illusions of permanence crumble, revealing the underlying truth that the soul was always seeking. What was once a constant pursuit of recognition and approval gives way to an internal stillness, a recognition that the only love that truly satisfies is love that transcends the limitations of this world. It is the love that connects the heart to the source of all creation, the infinite presence that sustains life, the unseen reality that governs all existence. A Quranic verse beautifully reflects this transition. "And whoever turns away from my remembrance, he will put them into hardship, and they will have no protector besides me." Surah Taha 20-124. The verse is a reminder that attachment to the ephemeral leaves the heart empty, while attachment to the eternal fills it with contentment, peace, and purpose. In old age, this lesson is no longer theoretical, it is lived. The soul begins to recognize that the true joy it sought in youth could never be found in passing pleasures, human praise, or material abundance. These things were mere reflections, mere shadows of the light that resides in the divine presence. The process is gradual, tender, and filled with lessons. The heart may resist, longing for what it has loved and lost. Memories may tug at the soul, creating waves of nostalgia, regret, or longing. The body may ache, and the mind may mourn the fading of old pleasures, but the Sufi heart learns to channel this energy toward the eternal. Each fading desire, each loss, each passing moment becomes an opportunity to redirect love, to purify intention, and to focus on what truly matters. The Sufi call this journey of the heart tawajjuh, a turning, an orientation toward the ultimate source of meaning. Old age teaches that true peace does not come from controlling the world, from accumulating wealth, from receiving recognition, or from holding on to what cannot be held. It comes from the heart's alignment with the eternal, the recognition that life itself is a fleeting trust, and the understanding that love, when properly directed, transforms every moment into a spiritual offering. The world, once a stage for desire and ambition, becomes a mirror reflecting the divine reality. Even the ordinary, the mundane, the routine of life takes on a new depth and significance when the heart is oriented toward the eternal. The Sufi way emphasizes that this redirection is not withdrawal from the world, but a purification of engagement. One does not abandon relationships, responsibilities, or life itself. Rather, one engages with them from a place of understanding, wisdom, and spiritual maturity. Actions are no longer driven by fear, ego, or attachment, but by devotion, sincerity, and alignment with the divine will. The love that was once scattered and uncertain is now concentrated, purposeful, and enduring. The heart, once restless and easily swayed, becomes anchored in what is true and eternal. Those who embrace this lesson experience a profound transformation. They no longer measure life by fleeting accomplishments or superficial pleasures. They do not grieve over what is lost, nor cling desperately to what remains. Instead, their hearts find an enduring serenity, a calmness that youth rarely experiences, and a sense of fulfillment that the world could never provide. They recognize that every hardship, every trial, every fading pleasure, and every passing year was preparing them for this awakening. The redirection of love from the ephemeral to the eternal, from creation to the Creator. In practical terms, this lesson transforms daily life. Small acts of devotion become infinitely meaningful. Simple moments of gratitude are recognized as treasures. Relationships are cherished not for what they can give, but for the opportunity to express compassion, understanding, and kindness. Even pain, discomfort, and loss are understood as tools for refining the heart, deepening awareness, and strengthening the connection with the divine. Old age becomes a season not of despair, but of profound clarity, spiritual fulfillment, and unwavering peace. The greatest wisdom of this stage of life is that the heart, finally freed from the illusions of permanence, begins to experience a joy that is unshakable. It is a joy born not from what is gained, but from what is understood, not from what is held, but from what is surrendered, not from the fleeting, but from the eternal. Those who reach this stage with awareness live differently. Their love is deeper, their intentions purer, and their peace unbroken. They have learned the Sufi truth that the soul's deepest longing is always for the source, the one who never changes, the divine presence that sustains everything. In this way, old age is not a time of decline, but a time of awakening. It is a moment when the distractions of the world are removed, the heart is softened, and the soul is prepared to experience the highest truth. That the greatest gift of life is not in what we possess, but in whom we love and how we align that love with the eternal. Those who reach this lesson understand that every passing year, every fading desire, every challenge, and every moment of reflection was guiding them toward this ultimate awakening, the recognition that the only love that truly satisfies, fulfills, and endures is love for the Creator, and that in this love, the heart finds its home, its peace, and its eternal joy. Old age prepares the soul, not the body. Old age is often seen by the world as a decline, a slowing down, a time when the body begins to betray the energy and strength of youth. People look at the gray hair, the trembling hands, the slower steps, and they imagine loss, weakness, and sorrow. They see only what is visible, what is measurable, what is fleeting. But the Sufi heart knows a deeper truth. Old age is not about the body. It is not about what can be seen, touched, or counted. Old age is about the soul. It is a preparation, a purification, and a training for what lies beyond the visible life, for the journey that the body alone cannot undertake. From the earliest stages of youth, the soul is bound by attachment, by distraction, and by the illusions of permanence. It chases after fleeting pleasures, it fears losses, it measures worth by the ephemeral standards of the world, and it remains unaware of its true purpose. The body and the senses dominate the attention, and the heart struggles to recognize the eternal. But as the years pass, as strength diminishes and vitality fades, the soul begins to awaken. Old age teaches that the external world is a temporary stage, a fleeting garden, and that the ultimate journey is inward and upward, toward the eternal, the unseen, the infinite presence that sustains everything. This preparation is not sudden, nor is it always welcomed. The challenges of aging, loss of health, separation from loved ones, fading memories, and the inevitability of death bring discomfort, reflection, and sometimes fear. Yet the Sufi way teaches that these challenges are not punishments, but gifts. They are lessons for the heart, the mind, and the soul, refining them, shaping them, and opening them to truths that youth could not comprehend. Old age strips away the illusions of control and permanence, forcing the soul to confront the reality that nothing in this world belongs to it permanently, that nothing can be held indefinitely, and that every moment is a fleeting opportunity for remembrance, reflection, and alignment with the divine. A verse from the Quran reflects this truth. Every soul shall taste death, and only on the day of resurrection shall you be paid your full recompense. Whoever is removed from the fire and admitted to paradise has indeed attained success. And the life of this world is only temporary enjoyment. Surah Al-Imran 3-185. This verse is not meant to instill fear, but to awaken awareness. Old age is the time when the soul begins to understand this verse in a living, breathing way. The inevitability of death is no longer an abstract thought. It is a daily reality, reminding the heart to focus on what endures, on what matters, on what will remain after the body returns to dust. The preparation of the soul in old age is subtle but profound. As physical abilities decline, the heart gains clarity. As memory fades, wisdom strengthens. As the senses become less sharp, spiritual perception becomes more acute. The Sufi masters describe old age as the final workshop of the soul, where every experience, every hardship, every moment of reflection, and every separation is an opportunity to awaken to the eternal, to refine the heart, and to prepare for the ultimate journey beyond this life. Old age also teaches detachment from fear. The young fear loss, rejection, failure, and death itself. The old, however, who embrace the lessons of life and the guidance of the soul, begin to release fear gradually. They understand that what is eternal cannot be lost, that the divine presence surrounds them at all times, and that every moment of life is an opportunity to align themselves with this eternal truth. The fears that once dominated the mind, the anxieties that once clouded the heart, and the regrets that once weighed down the spirit slowly diminish, replaced by serenity, trust, and inner strength. This preparation is not only spiritual but practical. Old age teaches patience, acceptance, and mindfulness. It teaches the importance of sincere reflection, quiet contemplation, and conscious living. The body, no longer able to rush through life, forces the soul to slow down, to notice the small miracles, to appreciate moments of silence, and to seek meaning beyond the visible. Daily life becomes a sacred practice, a rehearsal for eternity, a continuous opportunity to purify intentions and to align thoughts, words, and actions with the ultimate reality that transcends all worldly limitations. Those who embrace this stage fully experience a profound shift in perception. They no longer cling to what they cannot hold, nor do they waste energy on what will inevitably pass. They recognize that worldly success, recognition, and pleasure are secondary to the awakening of the heart, the refinement of the soul, and the cultivation of trust, love, and connection with the eternal. Every challenge, every hardship, every moment of pain or loss becomes a teacher, guiding them gently towards spiritual maturity, inward peace, and readiness for the journey that lies beyond the visible life. Old age also brings clarity about priorities. The trivial no longer occupies attention, and the essential emerges with luminous simplicity. Relationships are valued for sincerity rather than convenience. Actions are undertaken for purpose rather than display, and the heart learns to discern the eternal from the ephemeral. This clarity transforms every interaction, every thought, and every choice. The Sufi heart recognizes that true success is not measured by worldly standards, but by the state of the soul, the alignment of intentions with truth, and the depth of love, compassion, and trust placed in the divine. In this stage, the soul begins to experience a profound freedom, freed from illusions, from attachments, and from the pressures of worldly approval. The heart becomes light, receptive, and attuned to the subtleties of divine guidance. Awareness replaces distraction. Serenity replaces restlessness. Presence replaces regret. The Sufis teach that this freedom is the ultimate preparation, a state of readiness for eternity, a calmness of spirit that allows the soul to transition gracefully when the time comes, and a wisdom that transcends all worldly understanding. Old age, therefore, is not a period of decline, limitation, or loss. It is the culmination of a life's journey, a sacred opportunity to refine the soul, to cultivate trust, to embrace patience, and to awaken fully to the eternal. The body may weaken, but the soul grows stronger. The senses may dim, but awareness sharpens. The years may multiply, but understanding deepens. Every moment becomes an invitation to align with the eternal, to let go of fear, to cultivate love for the unseen, and to prepare the heart for the ultimate journey beyond this world. In embracing this lesson, one discovers that old age is not an ending, but a transformation. It is the time when the soul, freed from distractions, attachments, and illusions, turns wholly toward what is eternal, recognizing that every hardship, every loss, and every fading moment was a guide, a teacher, and a blessing preparing the heart for its ultimate return. It is the season of awakening, purification, and readiness, where the soul understands that life's final chapter is not one of decline, but of profound, eternal significance. Old age brings the soul to its ultimate fulfillment. There is a stage in life when all the previous lessons converge, when every trial, every joy, every sorrow, and every moment of reflection comes together to guide the soul toward its ultimate understanding. This stage is old age in its fullest sense, not merely a counting of years, but a profound awakening of the heart, a purification of intention, and a preparation for the eternal journey that awaits beyond this world. Those who reach this stage with awareness do not see life as a series of endings, but as a sequence of steps leading to clarity, peace, and the realization of the soul's true purpose. In youth, we run constantly, as if life itself is a race to be won, yet the finish line is invisible, and the rules are unknown. In middle age, we begin to pause, reflect, and question, but often still fail to see beyond the surface of life's fleeting concerns. It is only in the later years, when the body slows and the senses soften, that the soul finally gains the quiet and the focus to perceive the deeper reality that has always been present. The Sufi path calls this awakening a state of tazkiyah, the purification of the soul, in which the heart sheds every weight that obscures its vision, every attachment that distracts its attention, and every fear that clouds its serenity. Old age teaches that life is not about accumulating power, wealth, or accolades. It is not about clinging to fleeting pleasures, chasing recognition, or holding tightly to what is inherently temporary. The ultimate fulfillment of the soul comes from surrender, reflection, and alignment with the eternal. The Sufis emphasize that those who attain this stage with awareness understand the beauty of detachment, the strength in humility, and the joy of trust in the divine. Every breath becomes an opportunity for gratitude, every heartbeat a reminder of impermanence, and every reflection a chance to align one's life with purpose and meaning that transcends the temporal. The Quran reminds us, "Every soul shall taste death. Then to us will you be returned." Surah Al-Ankabut 29-57. This verse is not a threat, it is a guide. Old age allows the soul to live in the awareness of this reality without despair, to prepare without panic, and to embrace mortality with serenity. The inevitability of death is no longer a distant concept, but a constant companion, teaching patience, presence, and spiritual maturity. The Sufi masters describe this awareness as a light that gradually illuminates the heart, revealing that the only permanent reality is the divine, the eternal presence that encompasses all existence, and that every attachment to the fleeting world is an opportunity to learn, grow, and redirect love and intention toward what truly matters. At this stage, the heart experiences a profound liberation. Freed from the anxieties, obsessions, and illusions of earlier years, it becomes receptive to truths that were once hidden behind the noise of life. Every hardship, every loss, every fading pleasure, and every reflection on past mistakes transforms into wisdom, clarity, and serenity. The soul begins to understand that the journey of life was never about external achievements, but about internal awakening. It comprehends that the trials faced, the challenges endured, and the patience cultivated were all shaping the heart, purifying the soul, and preparing it to embrace the eternal with readiness and grace. Old age also teaches the profound value of love, not the fleeting love that seeks validation or satisfaction, but the enduring love that emanates from the heart's connection with the eternal. As worldly attachments fade, the soul turns its devotion toward the Creator, recognizing that this is the source of all peace, all joy, and all fulfillment. The Sufis describe this turning of the heart as the ultimate awakening, the final lesson in the school of life, where the soul realizes that everything it sought in the world was only a reflection of the love it was meant to direct toward the divine. This realization transforms daily life, even in its final chapters. Every interaction, every thought, and every moment of reflection becomes an opportunity for spiritual growth and alignment with eternal truth. The old find meaning in small acts of kindness, in moments of gratitude, in contemplative reflection, and in sincere worship. They understand that time is precious, not because it is limited, but because it is a gift through which the soul can awaken, purify itself, and prepare for the ultimate return. Even suffering, pain, and loss are perceived not as punishment, but as blessings, guiding the heart toward detachment from the transient and attachment to the eternal. The Sufi heart in old age experiences a depth of contentment that youth can scarcely imagine. Peace arises not from control, comfort, or convenience, but from surrender, awareness, and spiritual clarity. The soul becomes attuned to subtle truths, perceives divine wisdom in everyday events, and finds joy in simple acts of remembrance and reflection. Every day becomes sacred, every moment meaningful, and every breath a chance to grow closer to the eternal. This is the ultimate fulfillment that old age offers, not the fulfillment of worldly ambitions, but the fulfillment of the soul, the awakening of the heart, and the preparation for life beyond the temporal. In embracing this final stage, the wise recognize that old age is a culmination, a sacred opportunity to complete the journey of the soul with awareness, gratitude, and spiritual readiness. The distractions of the world fall away, the heart softens, the mind clarifies, and the soul awakens to the eternal truths that govern life. Those who reach this understanding do not fear the passage of time, the fading of the body, or the approach of death. Instead, they embrace each moment with serenity, align their hearts with what endures, and live fully in the awareness that every breath, every reflection, and every act of devotion is a step closer to ultimate fulfillment. The final lesson of old age is this: life's true value is not measured by what we hold, achieve, or experience externally. Its value is measured by the clarity of the heart, the depth of love for the eternal, the patience cultivated through hardship, and the alignment of the soul with the divine purpose. Old age brings the opportunity to let go of fear, to embrace mortality with wisdom, to redirect love from the ephemeral to the eternal, and to live with the profound peace that comes from understanding one's place in the grand, timeless order of creation. It is a season of awakening, of purification, and of ultimate spiritual fulfillment, where the soul, finally free from distraction and attachment, stands ready to meet its eternal reality with serenity, gratitude, and joy. And in this understanding, old age is revealed as a gift beyond measure, not a decline, not a punishment, but a sacred, transformative journey that shapes the soul, illuminates the heart, and prepares it to embrace eternity with unwavering peace, divine love, and infinite wisdom. As we reach the end of this journey through the sacred lessons of old age, take a moment to reflect on the beauty hidden in every year, every experience, and every moment of life. Old age is not a burden to fear, nor a decline to mourn. It is a treasure, a gift, a divine opportunity to awaken the heart, purify the soul, and redirect love toward what is eternal. Every lesson we have explored the clarity that comes with silence, the art of letting go, the awakening to time, the softening of the heart, the redirection of love, the preparation of the soul, and the ultimate fulfillment of life is a reminder that life's true value lies not in what we hold, but in how we align our hearts with the eternal. Take these lessons not only as reflections for the future, but as guidance for today. Let your heart embrace gratitude, your soul cultivate serenity, and your mind perceive the deeper truths of life. Old age is not the end. It is the pinnacle of the journey, the moment when the soul is finally ready to recognize the divine presence in every breath, every reflection, and every fleeting moment. Ya Allah, we turn to you with hearts full of hope and humility. Ya Allah, grant us the wisdom to understand the lessons of our years, the patience to endure the trials, and the clarity to perceive the beauty in every stage of life. Ya Allah, soften our hearts as we grow, and guide us to let go of attachments that do not serve our eternal purpose. Ya Allah, prepare our souls for the journey beyond this world, and fill our remaining days with remembrance, gratitude, and love for you alone. Ya Allah, grant us the strength to embrace old age not as a burden, but as a blessing, and allow us to live our final chapters with serenity, devotion, and unwavering faith. Ya Allah, forgive our past mistakes, guide our present intentions, and bless our future with your divine mercy. Ya Allah, illuminate our hearts with your light, protect us from despair and attachment to what fades, and fill our souls with tranquility, contentment, and closeness to you. Ya Allah, Let every breath we take, every thought we have, and every action we perform be a reflection of our love for you and a preparation for the eternal life to come. May our hearts be anchored in your remembrance, our minds in your guidance, and our souls in your eternal presence. Ya Allah, make the final stage of our life the most meaningful, the most enlightened, and the most blessed. And may we meet you with hearts purified, spirits elevated, and souls at peace. Ameen.